What is up? I'm NYJohn. We have the Sunday Evening Cup Series presented by NYJohn. I'm going to be casting as many of these games as I please tonight. And it looks like right now we have Team Hihihi versus Sleisel+4 or perhaps April O'Neil Esports as they're labeled in the game. I don't know what name they're going by, but that's not important. They are the reigning champs for the past 2 weeks. So looking for their third consecutive victory, the hat trick, if you will. And we see some bands have already come out as Batrider and Rubik were taken out by Hihihi, and Sleisel took out Darkseer and Undying. So some interesting early bands there. Does free up a lot of heroes for them to work with in the early selections. They go with the first pick, Templar Assassin. The response from our Dire team is Bounty Hunter and Jakiro. So solid heroes all around. And then we could see just picked up by Sleisel, we have Sven and Magnus. So get to see some Magnus play, a hero that is probably underrated. He's a very good hero. It's been interesting to see how teams have tried to integrate him successfully as of late. And I think we'll see a lot more of him as we move forward, or at least in certain capacities. Probably a limited hero, such as when we see Bane from time to time. I'm not sure we'll see him on every game basis. I don't know if he'll break those ranks, but I certainly want to see more of him when we get the opportunity. And it looks like Hihihi are going to pick up Shadow Demon as their third hero. So going into the second stage of bans, yeah, Bounty Hunter is going to be an off-laner. Jakiro and Shadow Demon likely supports for the team captain by Misha. So they're going to target a carry and perhaps a solo. Meanwhile, for Sleisel, they're going to take out Chaos Knight first. So they want to get rid of that. That is a hero that would fit pretty nicely into the Dire team's lineup. The Dire respond by taking out Lina, because supports are needed for Sleisel, it looks like. They have a very aggressive lineup with 3 melee heroes so far. We'll see how they actually manage to execute with that. They take out Queen of Pain themselves, so targeting that very narrow area that Misha has defined as a need for themselves as solo and someone to put in a farm lane. Venomancer taken out by Hihihi, and now the final ban for Sleisel. Perhaps one of the harder carries here. Just get him out of the mix. Animage is an option. We'll see what they actually want to go for. But I think one of the carries is probably being one of the safer decisions for them at this stage. And then that should limit them. I'm interested to see what actually Hihihi are going to pick coming out of this, because it will show us what they have in their arsenal, their tool set for the match. Of course, I'm not familiar with either of these teams. I haven't casted SECS since one of the playoffs quite a while ago, so making my way back into the mix. Forgive me for my ignorance. And we can see the final ban from Hihihi was Leshrak on the back end of a tiny ban from Sleisel. Now the fourth selection coming out for Sleisel is going to be perhaps the support here. I mean, it seems like the only thing they're really lacking. Magnus, a little curious to see where he's going to go. If they put Templar Assassin in the middle lane and Sven in the bottom lane, as you'd expect, is Magnus going to run a duo top, or are they going to try and be creative here? Because it looks like they're going to have a tough time long laning with any of these heroes. So we'll have to see what they make of this. I'm NYJohn. Once again, thank you for watching. You're on my Twitch channel right now if you're watching, so be sure to follow me here, and you can get my broadcasts. As of late, I've been doing replay broadcasts of some of the G1 League games too, and it's because I can't watch them at the time they're normally casted, so I use my pass to go ahead and cast them myself and throw them up on my YouTube channel. So be sure to check that out too if you have an opportunity to do so. Let's lower down this master volume so I don't hurt anyone's ears. And my YouTube channel is www.youtube.com/NYJohnTV. Same little address as this Twitch channel is. So be sure to get that checked out if you have a chance. And it looks like it's taken a little while for Sleisel to pick up a hero here. So we'll give them a moment. I'm interested. This hero is going to be... Are they going to go for a traditional long laner? They're going to pick up Wisp. So Wisp does fulfill that support capacity that they're in desperate need of. It's going to give them a much more aggressive outlook. And certainly is going to be problematic for Hihihi moving forward. We'll see how they're going to be able to combat that Wisp. Being able to transport the Magnus, just even giving him the extra movement speed, having Sven be more mobile in fights, it really is a nice combination to have, and a luxury at that. Now we see Brewmaster being picked up by Hihihi, so an interesting choice. We'll see if he's going to go in the top lane or if he's going to go in the middle lane. I'm not so sure quite yet. If he goes to middle lane, he'll be against Templar Assassin. That's not the easiest matchup. Brewmaster relying on a lot of damage coming out from that clap, and the fact that Refraction can go ahead and mitigate the entirety of that damage, it's not a spot you want to be in usually with a hero like Brew. So might see him put in that top lane. I wouldn't be too surprised. He combos up pretty well with Shadow Demon as well. Disruption into the clap. Jakiro can, of course, throw a Ice Path on the back end of that. And now Shadow Shaman is picked up as well, and then Lich picked up. So Shadow Shaman rounding out the Sleisel team. So they have Templar Assassins, Fen, Magnus, Wisp, and Shadow Shaman. I don't know who's off laning. It could be Magnus, I suppose. We'll have to wait and see for that one, unless they're running an aggressive try to free up farm on the bottom lane for someone else. And then for Hihihi, we of course have Brewmaster, Jakiro, Shadow Demon, and Bounty Hunter and Lich. Let's go over who's playing what. If I mispronounce names, please forgive me. Like I said before, I'm not so familiar with all of these players, and that's the reason why oftentimes I do mispronounce names and get yelled at for doing so. Misha's going to be playing the Brewmaster for Hihihi. We have Seaman playing Bounty Hunter, yeah buddy, on top of Jakiro, JNT on Shadow Demon, and Magic Soap on Lich. Meanwhile, for Sleisel, we have Sleisel on Magnus. We have Tashiorson on Wisp, Hannah Montana on Templar Assassin, Defect on Shadow Shaman, and Ryu Boras on Sven. So I probably mispronounced about 4 names in that short little window of introducing people, but we'll just have to get over that and move on. And now it looks like they might run into somebody up here. Go ahead and put the tether onto Ryoboras and see JNT going under the tower, but they're not going to be able to pursue. So well done, both heroes making their way under the tower. Bounty Hunter is up here with a support. Very interesting. It looks like they're going to put Lich on the bottom lane and try and get some farm on this Bounty Hunter. Perhaps a dual lane in the middle as well. That should mitigate some of the kind of mismatch against Templar Assassin for Brewmaster. And we'll see how it actually pans out. This is a very interesting outlook. And it looks like a tri-lane is going to come bottom for Sleisel. So they're going to bring down Tashiorson, Defect, and Ryoboras. So it's going to be a very powerful tri-lane. They have to be super careful in this bottom lane. Lich, if he oversteps his boundary at all, is going to be in a lot of trouble. But as I say that, we see the supports are actually backing up a little bit and may rotate early towards this middle lane to try and pick up a kill on the duo. They're going to put a tether on top of Shadow Shaman. Now ward being placed by Lich as he does kind of overextend a little bit, and that's what I'm talking about. If the supports had come up here, that could have been a very bad look for him. However, he got fortunate in that regard, and now Tashiorson will join. It's going to be a 2 versus 2 in the middle lane. So Templar Assassin and Wisp versus Brewmaster and Jakiro. Double damage now picked up, and it looks like, Magnus is going to make his way to the middle lane. He has Skewer level 1, too. He's going to try and bring someone right. Magnus is going to be Jakiro. Jakiro's going to be in a lot of trouble. Pushed up onto the high ground of the Radiant. In fact, a clap comes out for Misha to try and save him. A little bit more damage would do the job, but they don't have enough to finish him off. Brewmaster was staying in the middle of the fight, though, trying to put enough damage on Wisp to take him out, but instead he's going to drop. And the first blood is going to go out on top of Brewmaster. And a big folly on his behalf to stand in there and overstay his welcome, ends up giving them first blood when both of them could have been perfectly safe. So Misha, questionable decision making there. And now Sleisel will just kindly rotate back towards the top lane. He did get that first blood gold, so nice to have as a long laner. You can see he actually opted to pick up boots first for the long lane role. And he's going to try and pick up whatever experience he can up there, of course, with the ward not really blocking the pull, but it's just giving him vision so he knows where he can and cannot be. A little disruption going to pop off, force some harass damage. Let's bring up our last hits and denies. 7 for 3 on top of Templar Assassin, so a good start for Hannah Montana, as you would expect. As we previously mentioned, this is a favorable matchup, to say the least, especially introducing the Dewey heroes. In fact, it looks like Wisp is able to go ahead and try and farm some of the jungle by taking the pull down with her too. So this is going to be greatly beneficial in the long run for the Radiant team if they're able to maintain this without taking too much pressure on Templar Assassin in the middle. But it looks like they may lose rune control. No, Sleisel wisely rotates down, and he's going to go ahead and guard off this invisibility rune and keep it for Hannah. So well played there. Good rotation, timing play that higher level teams are able to go ahead and make happen. Now we see Wisp making his way back into the lane. We have a really buggy animation going on. I don't even know what to make of that, but not too big of a deal. On the bottom lane, Magic Soap is pushing forward really far. He's going to run into Defect here. He needs to be careful. Defect's going to go ahead and just put an auto attack on him. He's not going to try and shackle him up. Shackle is only level 1. I don't know if they'd have enough to follow up on it. In fact, Sven doesn't even have enough mana for a stun, so probably not worth wasting the mana. And as I say that, Defect is going to actually hide in the trees and think about popping out here. Does he have? He has one more tree, so he can pop through, and he will. He's going to go right on top of Magic Soap. He uses the shackle, and Rheaboris does get enough mana back for a stun, so the auto attacks on the back end of it. Do they have enough damage to finish off Magic Soap? He's dropping pretty low. 2 more auto attacks should do the job. Oh, and down he goes. The kill goes to Shadow Shaman, picking that up on top of Lich, and Lich pushing very far forward in this lane, and it's been noted several times by myself already. I have to say, that's very questionable for a Lich long laner to even pass the river. And we'll take a look at what's going on in the middle lane, and it looks like the middle lane is going to be in favor of the Radiant right now. So 2-0 in terms of kills. CS 15 for 6 on Templar Assassin against 6 for 1 on Brewmaster, so a huge favor for this Radiant team in the middle as well as bottom, with Lich going down. We also see 11 for 0 on Sven against Lich, who is 6 for 1. So Lich doing a decent job of getting some last hits down there, but perhaps not worth it as he does drop for his first death of the game. Once again, Sleisel coming down, going to get the rune for his team. Now he's going to make his way back up towards the lane, perhaps. No, he picked up a bottle as well. So they let the rune go to Templar Assassin still, and she's sitting on the middle lane, going to reveal herself under the tower. In fact, Wisp going to come in, get the little stun on top of Misha. Misha taking a good amount of damage. Can they finish him off? The Skewer's going to push him out of the tower range. Hannah Montana's taking a good amount of damage as well, though. This could be a trade. Misha trying to escape. One more auto attack might do the job, but he bottles up, and he will be safe. And now Sleisel getting him really deep. He's going to look for... Oh, and he gets it! The shockwave is enough to finish off Misha on that Brewmaster, and now Sleisel on the full retreat as he dove really far. Hannah Montana taking up a lot of damage from that tower throughout the entirety of that exchange, and JNT now rotating down from the top lane, realizes that he's probably more needed in the middle than he is up there guarding Bounty Hunter, who would be relatively safe. So it's interesting to note, or to observe, the fact that they actually did opt to put that support with Bounty Hunter for an extended amount of time as we reach the 5-minute mark. Bounty Hunter, a hero that is generally going to be safe on his own, especially in a short lane against what would be a solo Magnetar. So perhaps the rotation from Shadow Demon is a little bit late, but at least it's happening now, and he does have level 3, so he was able to pick up some experience. And Amisha's going to come forward, throw down the clap. It's not going to deal any damage to Templar Assassin's refraction was up, it looked like. Either that or he put it up right after. Now bottom lane, TP back in. Actually, Sleisel's going to make his way down here. Rheaboris is here with enough mana for a stun if they want to try and go on top of Lich, or if they just want to push this. He's going to actually reveal himself into the Dire Ward. So it's going to be a push on the tier 1 in all likelihood. This tower is sitting pretty healthy. It's going to take a lot as the wave is being taken down rather quickly. Next wave, no catapult either. So we'll see what they can make of it. Sleesel's going to run into a regen rune, eat up his bottle, and perhaps take it up, or is he going to leave it? As we do see 3 heroes rotating from the Dire team, and they're going to run into 3 heroes from the Radiant. This is going to be a big exchange. Sleesel's going to go ahead and get disrupted, but the Skewer going through the disruption, pushing back JNT, and now they're going to get a good stun out from Rheaboris on Sven. Yeah, Buddy's going to try and retreat. He's pretty low on health, about a third left, and the TP in from Bounty Hunter slows down the aggression just long enough to keep everybody safe. Now Shackle coming out from Shadow Shaman on top of Bounty Hunter. They're going to try and finish him off as the Sentry Ward is dropped. They're able to do so. A brilliant Ice Path going to catch 3 in the middle of it. Misha's going to retreat down to under the tower. A nice Sonic Trap used by Hannah Montana, and now Misha getting pretty low on health. A lot of damage coming out from Wisp, and the last hit from Shadow Shaman, able to finish him off. However, he will pay with his life as well as Magic Soap makes his way from the back end of the fight. And now another shockwave up the middle, but that's going to be the end of the exchange. It looks like a 2 for 2 in the long run. But two carry farm-intensive heroes go down for the Dire team. Meanwhile, the 2 heroes that go down for the Radiant are both supports. Wisp and Rasta for Brewmaster and Bounty Hunter. That is a trade that the Radiant will opt for any day. And there could have been another kill, and I may have missed it. I'm not sure. But the kill lead is now 5-2 in favor of Sleisel+4 against Hihihi. This is the SECS Sunday Evening Cup Series. I'm NYJohn. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you're enjoying the cast. As we watch both of these teams battle it out, still a fairly even game. Let's check out what items are getting built up on heroes. Support duty for both Wisp and Shadow Shaman, as noted previously. Bounty Hunter does pick up early phase boots. Nothing much else going on quite yet. Jakiro, nothing on the support. We have Sleisel still sitting on that bottle, does pick up a magic stick as well. Misha's going to go ahead and throw down a clap, put some damage on him. He doesn't have anything. He has a bottle and a stick at 8 minutes. He doesn't even have boots up yet. This is a really poor start for Brewmaster. Not what he intended at all. And they tried to make him that much more safe by putting the support in the middle lane. On the bottom lane, though, Reborz is going to put his son on top of Magic, so he has to be careful, though, because JNT is looming on the sideline. We see Defect making his way in as well, though. And they're going to try and turn this around, but it looks like they'll be able to get out. And both teams are going to be safe. Reborz, he has 970 gold in the bank. He has boots and a bottle and a magic stick. So looking pretty good for him. If he wants to pick up boots, he can do so. Magic Stone may be in trouble here. He gets sheeped up by Shadow Shaman, and now Sven's going to go on him. Does he have enough damage to take him down? They're going to stun him off. 2 more attacks will do the job, but they can't quite finish it. Oh, they can with the shot coming out from Shadow Shaman, and now it looks like they're going to be pursued as Bounty Hunter made his way in with the TP. They throw down the Shuriken, and now he's going to get sheeped up and revealed by the dust, and Bounty Hunter's got to back off. 1 or 2 more hits left on Sven, and they can't even convert it, as Shadow Shaman brilliantly slows them down. Well played there by Defect. The reveal definitely scaring him as well. And now we see Tashi Orson's going to make his way down to the bottom lane, walk right through another Dire Ward as they refresh the same spot. It looks like Sleisel does have double damage. It just wears off, and he is standing on the ward as well. So we see 3 heroes down here. A 4th is going to join the mix for Hihihi. And they're going to see if they can make something happen in this bottom lane. Meanwhile, Misha is getting an opportunity to farm on the top, so he's up to 430 gold in the bank. He does pick up boots now, and we'll see when he's going to be able to get involved. Now these level 6, he's probably going to have to get involved sooner than later, as things are getting slightly out of hand for the Dire team. And we see Magnetar getting close to his level 6 as well. Lich sitting level 5, almost 6, about the same as Magnetar. So in terms of experience, the offlaners about equalized, but Magnetar made his presence felt in the middle lane by rotating there and converting on a couple of kill opportunities. So probably a 1 effort for him. We could check out our CSs yet again, which have been up the entire time. 43 for 10, so leading the way is going to be Bounty Hunter. But now Misha's going to run into Hannah Montana. Wisp is going to join the fray as well. Refraction popped off, and now Bounty Hunter's coming in, and they're going to pop off the ultimate from Brewmaster. The primal split and jump on top of Hannah Montana. Can he get away here? Oh, and here we see a skewer plus the ultimate coming out. The reverse polarity. Everyone's grouped up. Yeah, buddy coming in from the side as well, though. Sven's in there, too. Sven takes out Shadow Demon first. Liesel's trying to retreat. He's really low on health. Misha's going to pop off another clap. It's not going to hit on top of Sven, though. And now Hannah Montana may throw down a Sonic Trap, and they're going to try and convert on Misha, but no, they're not. They're going to let him go and instead look to try and kill. Yeah, buddy. Serpent Ward's used, but used poorly at that. It looked like ambitious attempt at a ward trap that did not quite pan out. And now Misha as well as Seaman are going to retreat in the Dire jungle. And it looks like Sleisel+4 are going to be able to try and convert on this tier 1 tower. It is below half health already, so it should not be too difficult to finish it off. Actually, all 5 heroes are alive for the Dire now, so if they want to try and force an issue here, they can. Lich has a Chain Frost available as well. And Bounty Hunter, here comes the Chain Frost. Misha's coming in from the side. He doesn't have Primal Split available as he just used it. Reborz is going to take a good amount of damage. He's surviving just barely, but he will go down in the end. Hannah Montana's taking a lot of damage as well. He's down below half health, and now Sleisel just charging in. He doesn't care. The shockwave on the back end of the skewer, and he's going to force everybody back. Who did that tower kill go to? It actually got to Templar Assassin, so no deny coming out there. Well played by the Radiant team to make sure they got that last hit. They lost 1 hero in the process, but not going to be too concerned about that as they have a pretty cushiony lead, 9-3 in terms of kills. If we take a look at the gold graph, we'll see over 4,000 in their favor as well as experience over 3,000 in their favor. So not too bad for the defending two-time champions of SECS. Now JNT sitting on that support money. He's got nothing really going on. Same can be said of Yeah Buddy, who's just trying to scavenge up enough money for boots. Bounty Hunter's the concern, though. Now at the 12-minute mark, and he hasn't gotten a second item. He has a magic wand and phase boots, and now a Sobi mask and 600 gold in the bank, but really wish with that good farm he had that he could have another item up by now, perhaps drums to keep him a little bit more safe. If he's going that route, it looks like he may be going for an orchid, though. I mean, picking up the Sage's mask, could be medallion, I suppose, as well. So we'll just have to wait and see what he actually wants to turn that into. Top lane, he's going to go back and resume his farm. So going to try and get it going that way. Templar Assassin now has taken the farm lead at 55 for 9. So looking really good on Hannah Montana. Oh, and now we see a dive on the bottom. It's actually going to be relocated in, and Magic Soap's taking a lot of damage, but they can't finish him off quite yet. Sleisel does get the last hit. Disruption's going to save Wisp for a moment, and an odd use, and they're going to get back to the base. So perhaps a misused Disruption, knowing they were relocated. He kind of just bought Wisp time to survive. Interesting choice there by Shadow Demon. And now the farmers are trying to get their job done on the top lane. And we see Blink Dagger is now up for Hannah Montana. Seems like it's been up for a minute or so. So around the 12-minute mark, a good timing for that Blink to be up and running for certain. Ward's about to expire for the Radiant team. As they do have one ward up on this high ground. That's it at the moment. Dire have a couple wards up for themselves. It looks like they're going to rotate up here and try and take down this tier 1. Sleisel does have another reverse polarity available. We'll see what's going to actually come of this team fight. I mean, it looks like Sleisel+4 have a decisive advantage. However, the last team fight didn't quite go as they had intended. 10-3 is a kill lead. We're at the 14-minute mark. Thank you for joining me. This is the SECS. I'm NYJohn. And here we go. Magic Soap's leading the way, but he actually backs up as the tower cannot be saved. It is down already. Misha trying to force the issue. He's still coming in on top of Hannah Montana. Hannah Montana going to have that Blink Dagger available, though, if he wants to make his way in or out. And now Sleisel is going to charge on them. He uses the reverse polarity already. And now Misha's going to drop almost instantly, unable to pop off the Primal Split. And that is a big hit to the team fight of Hihihi. In fact, they're going to go. And a nice stun from Sven's going to catch 2. Jakiro and Lich die in 1 blast from Templar Assassin. Dust is going to be popped in on the back end. Seaman is just trying to retreat, but Hannah Montana not going to let him. And there's another shockwave and a shot coming out from Shadow Shaman as well. It's going to finish out the 4th hero of the exchange. A big team fight for Sleisel+4 again. And now they're marching towards the tier 2 up here on the top lane. Just well executed. It looked like a little bit of a miscommunication whether we were going in or not. And the fact that they were able to take down Brewmaster before he used Primal Split, it really does put a significant burden on the rest of his team. And I'm not sure if it was a misplay on his behalf or just people weren't coordinated enough, but certainly something went wrong, and it cost the team a big fight. On the bottom lane, we have Hannah Montana continuing to farm well. He now has a courier thinking about coming out to him. It's going to be an Ogre Club, and an Ogre Club for Sven as well, so it looks like everyone's just going to go for BKBs and try and close this one out in a prompt fashion. As they do have a really big lead. Relocate's going to be on top of Seaman. In fact, they're going to reveal him, and a stun is going to go long distance to catch him off here. Bounty Hunter's in a lot of trouble, and here it comes Hannah Montana for the last hit. The Meld Strike will do the job. And now it looks like heroes from the Dire are rotating, but it is far too late to save their teammate. And they're going to be able to take down the tier 1 down here as well, so more money in the pockets of this Radiant team. Misha's going to charge in. He gets sheeped up. The Serpent Wards are dropped again. Not the best placement. No shackle on the back end of it. And now Shadow Shaman's going to pay with his life. A stun does come out, and they're able to take down the Fire Panda. But that's not going to be enough, as Ray Boris is going to be in the middle of this, and he might go down as well. Ice Path is going to slow him down. Hannah Montana just going to try and focus on top of Jakiro. Sleisel coming in from the side. He pops off the reverse polarity. It catches 2 in it, and now a Shockwave is going to take down someone. Jakiro's going to drop actually from Shadow Shaman on the buyback, and Hannah Montana going to look for a Meld Strike on Seaman here. No, it looks like instead he's going to turn around and just try and finish off Brewmaster. Brewmaster uses the clap and tries to escape. Do they have anything to get him? Hannah Montana dropping pretty low. What's going to happen? Misha's getting away, and now a Chain Frost comes in, but it's only going to hit Rioboros once. And Adamontana trying to get on top of Magic Soap to finish him off, but Magic Soap able to dodge that. Meanwhile, on the river, we see Rioboros looking for one more hit on Misha, and now the Tether's going to give him enough move speed. In fact, Wisp is going to get a kill as he goes ahead and uses the Spirits to take him down. But 4 heroes back for the Dire. The Radiant might want to be a little bit careful, but they don't care at all. Here comes the stun from Sven. And yeah, buddy stands 0 chances as he's taken down right in front of their own tower. And the 5-man effort for Sleisel+4 is going to rain down upon this tier 2 here. That's standing at full health. Glyph is available, but Jakiro as well as Brewmaster are both dead for a couple seconds. Promo Split and Chain Frost will not be available for the next fight if they fight in the immediate future. So, have to take all of that into consideration. God Strength has popped off to go ahead and help out in the pushing effort. And this is going to be a tower kill going to the Radiant. Looks like a pause is going to come out from Misha of Team Hihihi. And I'll take a moment to thank you all for tuning in and watching me. I'm NYJohn. This is Sunday Evening Cup Series presented by NYJohn. Thank you for watching. Team Sleisel versus Team Hihihi. Be sure to follow me here on Twitch if you enjoy my cast. Also check out my YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/NYJohnTV. And during the pause, I'm going to turn off my mic and relax a little bit. So, I'm not going to over-examine this one, as it looks like it is vastly in favor of Sleisel, 12,000 gold, 10,000 experience. So we'll take a short break, and once the game is back, I'll be back as well. Okay, here we go, coming out of the pause. Resuming Sleisel+4 versus Hihihi. Hihihi on their back legs now. Looks like a Roche attempt is actually coming out from Sleisel off the end of the pause. And there's not much that Dire can do to contest this. They have no wards up in the area. It's fairly evident as they backed off the push and they're not on the map anywhere that they're in the Roche pit, but the question is, would they be able to convert this into a successful team fight anyway, with Primal Split still down and being as far behind as they are? But either way, this is going to be a free Roche to Sleisel+4. And they're going to put the Aegis on top of Sven. And now a tether popping out from Wisp, perhaps going to try and jump on someone, or relocate, if you will. Sleisel now has Blink Dagger up as well. He's actually probably had that for a little while, and I didn't notice. Check out if there's any item progression on anyone else. It looks like Sven's still working towards that BKB. Same can be said of Hannah Montana. He's only 600 and change away. Wisp doing pretty well, having Arcane Boots as well as an Urn and a Magic Wand up. It's a field day for Wisp, and Shadow Shaman also has a gem. So a lot of things looking really solid for Sleisel+4 as they try and press their advantage and close this one out in an early fashion. Sleesel's going to rotate towards the top lane. In fact, he's going to turn around and actually run into Misha here. Misha's going to pop off a clap, and this could be trouble. Here comes a TP in as well. There's 5 heroes here, but he skewers himself down under the low ground. And now in the middle, it looks like Hannah Montana just getting out with a blink on the back end of Refraction to take away the damage. Sonic Traps popping off to potentially scare some of the Dire team members. Certainly Templar Assassin invokes fear in some of them, as she is well beyond their level of worth. As we can see, 8,000 gold is the net worth for Templar Assassin. The closest Dire team member is sitting at 3,900 on Brewmaster, and now it looks like Hannah Montana is going to have to fall back here. In fact, interrupted before he could TP. He's going to pop into a melt, but once again, a questionable disruption. The reverse polarity is going to drag everybody in. Serpent Wards this time are on point, and now it's a lot of devastation. 2 heroes already dead. Shadow Demon and Lich are down. Can they finish off anybody? The Macropyre flies, but it's not going to kill anyone. And now they're just trying to get out of here with the lives. But Ryubora is going to look for a stun. Jakiro goes down as well to a shockwave. Seaman trying to get out. Do they have anything to reveal him? The gem is on Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman chasing after Misha, though. And Misha's going to get shackled up. And last hitted by Sven. Down goes the Brewmaster. 4 hero kills there for the Radiant team. And now they can probably pretty much march through the middle. If they weren't able to do so before, they certainly can now. With a couple heroes down, the fortunate part of it for Team Hihihi is that their respawn cooldowns are so short that they're already back up and running. Most of them, that is. And now Wisp going to go ahead and use the Tether and Urn to restore some health to Hannah Montana. Like those kind of plays. They're cute and useful. And let's see if they're actually going to push into the base, or nope, it looks like they're going to play it safe and sound. Rotate towards the top lane, try and take out the tier 2 there first. And then concern themselves with all matters regarding the base. We have 3 minutes left on the Aegis, it looks like. So they're going to want to try and make use of that before it does expire. And Sven now able to finish off that BKB. Expect to see that flown out in a moment here. Shadow Shaman in the bottom lane, he picks up a Shadow Blade. So interesting item choice there. And it's at that point where the supports, doesn't really matter what items they go for because of the significant lead as I knock over my phone. But yeah, as I'm saying, nobody's going to really go off on him for doing so. 23-6 is the kill lead for Sleisel, and Ice Bat does come out. It's going to catch a disruption once again on Ryuboris while he's disabled. And now J&T going to get stunned off here, and they're going to try to take him down. God Strength is active. A whole lot of damage coming out from them. Sonic Trap's going to slow them down a little bit, try and get in range for another stun, but it's not available for another 6 seconds. Ice Path is going to hit 3 and perhaps save a bunch of lives. Ryuboris dropping low, but he knows he has that Aegis and isn't afraid to die once with it. However, when he comes back, God Strength will not be up. They're going to turn around and try and fight here, and Ice Path is going to catch 2 in it again. Hannah Montana's in the middle of the fight. Jackal on top of Brewmaster. Can they finish him off before he can pop off the Primal Split? In fact, it's still on cooldown, so we won't have it either way. Magic Soap's going to pop off the Chain Frost. Shadow Shaman actually dies in the background. Yeah, Buddy getting really low on Jakiro, but he's surviving just barely. Hannah Montana thinking about jumping back into the mix of things. He's going to get a Sonic Trap on top of him, but not quite jump on him. And now Hannah Montana may be in trouble himself. He's actually going to go down here. And we'll see the rest of the team's going to charge in. Sleisel uses a shockwave, but it won't hit on anyone. And now he's going to blink forward as he does get hit by the demonic purge, so he's slowed down a lot. He's going to go to the high ground. Can he make his way out of here? There's a ward up there, so he's just going to take damage from Shadow Demon. He's actually going to drop as well. And Boris making his way back into the fight. He actually hasn't died yet, but he does get sent back to, or where is he? There he is, right in front of my face. Boris is going to be the last man standing as Wisp does go down. He's going to take down JNT by himself with the BKB up. He's trying to wreak some havoc. He has enough mana for, does not have enough mana for a stun, rather. He pops off God Strength, and is this too much damage for him? He might drop as well, but he still has the Aegis, so we need some teammates to make their way in, and in fact, that's what they do as Shadow Shaman comes into the mix, able to help him finish off Lich, who got too close, and now they're going to be able to take down Brewmaster as well. Seaman comes in, gets the Janata Strike on top of Sven, rather, takes him out. Now it looks like Seaman is going to be able to retreat here. Aegis popped, Sven's back and healthy. 1,800 gold in the bank. And they're going to move towards the base gently, not really pressing too hard here. I don't know if they want to risk an overextension and have another messy team fight, as they did give 4 kills to the Radiant squad, the Dire squad in that last team fight, so it definitely was anything but clean. And now Oblivion stuff on Magnetar probably going to be going towards a refresher, which a double reverse polarity would spell doom for most teams, especially a team as far behind as Team Hi are. And Goldcraft over 15,000 gold, over 15,000 experience. And Ice Path going to fly out. Jakiro playing pretty well. Some of these Ice Paths are really good. Magic Soap's going to get stunned up here. BKB is popped by Boris as well as the God Strength. And now Hannah Montana makes his way into the base, trying to finish off Magic Soap. Magic Soap dropping down really low on the back end of the fight. The Wisp is able to pick up a kill on Shadow, be able to take down Brewmaster as well. The Sonic Trap is going to slow down. Yeah, buddy, can they finish him off, though? I'm not sure there's enough damage or enough life to be able to sustain the damage from those tier 3s, or excuse me, tier 4s. And now the tier 3 will be targeted, taken down to below half health. GG is called from Team Hi. And they're going to move to the lower bracket, I believe. Sleisel+4, the favorites in this one, are going to move to the higher bracket, and just charging everywhere. Down goes Jakiro to a Sven stun, the Stormbolt. Now Magic Soap retreating to the well. GG, good game. I'm NYJohn. Thank you for watching. Be sure to stay tuned. I'll have at least a couple more games for you tonight. We'll see. Maybe we'll follow Team Sleisel+4 as they are the reigning champions. An exciting lineup this game, having a long lane solo Magnetar. He really didn't even stick to that lane so much as he just created havoc in the middle and the bottom lanes when he had the opportunity to do so. So, well played. And they're going to move on and try and make it 3 in a row in terms of SECS victories, and take that momentum into the playoffs, which I believe begin next week. As everyone starts to leave, I want to thank you again for tuning in. I'm NYJohn. This is Sunday Evening Cup Series presented by NA Be sure to follow me here on Twitch TV, as well as check out my YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/NYJohnTV, where all VODs from today's matches will be available after the games are done. A couple more disconnects, and we're just going to drop out of this one because it is in the books. Team Sleisel getting the better of Team Hi, and they'll move on to winner's bracket, or the upper bracket, while Team Hi will go to the lower bracket. God Strength, how much damage can he do? Oh, it hurts. Oh, it hurts. Oh, and a ward trap. Oh no, the humanity, Jakiro. Oh, but Jakiro gets the better of it and pops off a smoke. Pro skills. Jakiro showing Shadow Shaman how it's done in garbage time. Doing his best Dwayne Bowe impression. Garbage time, twin-headed dragon in action at its finest. Oh, and then it all just fades to nothing.
The only mystery is how you lasted so long.
Okay, we're out of this game. Stay tuned. Put some tunes on, and we can wait till the next match is available. I don't know how long that may or may not be? That doesn't make sense. I don't know how long it will be till the next match is up, so thank you for watching again. Be sure to stick with